Okay guys, so this is definitely the last vlog of the night. Battery's getting really low now. I'm not even sure how many vlogs I've done today. Quite a few, I guess. So look at this, eh? What do you think of this place? Huh? It's pretty awesome, eh? Not bad. Now, off the top of my head, I can't even remember what this place is called now. But you know, it's really old. It's Victorian, and it's featured on a couple of programs. Actually, it's actually featured on a program with Fred Dibner, he waxes lyrical about this place because of its architecture and stuff. Because basically that was his sort of favourite sort of era, you know, the old Victorian stuff. That was his favourite thing. So, like I say, it was featured on one of those programmes. And funny enough, Lloyd's of London, the building, headquarters, whatever, is right next door to this building. And he actually went in there because, interestingly, again, about the contrast in different you know, architecture, you know what I mean? You can contrast it with this very old, obviously couple of 100-year-old you know, architecture compared to Lloyd's of London, which is right next door, like I said, you know, you see the architecture of that, and in fact I'll go and show it you now, and you can compare the difference, you know what I mean? You can see the difference in terms of, you know, and like I said, you know, that's fascinating from that point of view. And in there, because like I said, this program that he did, he actually goes into Lloyd's of London, and he gets invited in there by the top people, because by the time he's doing these programs, sort of history programs and stuff, look at this, actually, sorry, let's just look at this little side street thing. You see, it's like almost as though you step back in time or something, you know what I mean? It's like you walk down this little side corner, and I've never even noticed this before, but you know, you walk down this little side corner, like I say, that spiral staircase, you know me, love spiral staircases, but it's like you've walked back in time slightly, you know what I mean? Outside, just only a few meters away, is the modern world, you know, and then you come to a place like this, and it's like I say, it's like you've been thrown back into time, you know. So, right, anyway, I want to show you what I was just explaining, although I'll just sidetrack myself because, like I say, I didn't notice these little side alleys before, to be quite honest. And again, it's one of the places I've been to before, but not, you know, a great many times, like, you know what I mean? So, anyway, so, like I said, look, you see, you got the old Victorian style here, and then you come right out, and there is Lloyd's of London, and you see they're building sort of ultra modern looking thing that's literally right next door to the Victorian architecture. Amazing, isn't it? And the attention to detail on that, do you know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing to look at, do you know what I mean? It really is, when you think about it, it's beautiful to look at. But then, would people say that that's a beautiful thing to look at? Would you? Maybe. They do say it's in the eye of the beholder, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So, oh, look at the lift going up. Whee! 10th floor. Yeah, anyway, sorry, I was actually saying, just realised, that, yeah, so Fred Dibner, like I say, he went in the boardroom up there, and apparently in the boardroom, it's got this like oak panelling and stuff, and you know, considering like you've got an ultra modern building inside, and then you go into the boardroom and like I say, it's got this oak panelling walls all the way around it. Now apparently that oak panelling came from somewhere, and I can't remember where they said it came from now, because it's been a while since I saw that program, but yeah, apparently like I say, they saved it from either another building or even from a ship. I can't quite remember off the top of my head, to be quite honest, but yeah, so like you go into the boardroom up there, you know, you step out like I say of a sort of ultra modern sort of environment sort of thing, and then you step into this oak panelled room, which, you know, you think about it, it's pretty cool in a way, isn't it? You know what I mean? Again, it sort of really highlights the contrast. Do you know what I mean? See, it's funny as well though, because, do you know, I actually like all this sort of gubbins. Do you know what I mean? I love all the gubbins of stuff. You know, when I go into a building and I see all the different, you know, all the pipe work and all the sort of, like I say, as I call it, gubbins. Do you know what I mean? I love all that stuff, mate. I don't know why, it just fascinates me. You know, maybe it's something to do with the shapes and stuff like that. Like I say, I guess when I think about it, because I've never really, if I'm really sort of frank and up front with myself, if nothing else, because I never really developed my own art, really, essentially, you know, because I do it in spurts and spats, you know what I mean, and I've never really, if I think about it, never really did anything with it necessarily. But if I had developed it, over time I've come to the conclusion that, you know, I've got to think about shape and form and pattern. So I think that's why that sort of stuff in any building, not just on that one, but any building, you know, even a mundane building, if I look at the sort of pipe work and electrical conduits and air ducts and all that sort of thing, you know, the thing is that you know, all that stuff fascinates me. Like I say, I don't know what it is, not sure, to be quite honest, why that is. I think, you see, I've always said as well, that's another thing with me, I've always said I'm visually greedy. Do you know what I mean? I don't, you know, this sort of, what's then where they say less is more, and what's that, minimalist stuff and all that sort of thing. You know, yeah, I can appreciate it, but that's not what I enjoy, really. It's not what I like. Like I say, I like lots of things going on. I like busy, you know, busy paintings. I like paintings that have got a lot going on inside them, you know what I mean? And I like to be visually stimulated, like I say, and I love, you know, looking at things that have got like umpteen different aspects to them, do you know what I mean? Rather than just looking at one particular thing, do you know? Now I'm not saying that simplicity isn't a nice thing as well, because it can be, do you know what I mean? But it's just, like I said, it's just not what I enjoy or like, do you know what I mean? Like I say, I like busy things, you know, things that are, you know, lots of stuff going on inside them, you know what I mean, or around them. Right, okay, so now actually that looks really interesting, doesn't it? So I'll tell you what, I don't know, I'm gonna have a little walk up this, because it looks interesting, like I say. Look at this, look at that. That is the gherkin, by the way. We call that the gherkin. Interesting shaped building. Let's have a little walk up there. I love the light in this place, look at that. That's so cool. That is amazing. I'm just trying to work out, maybe you can't go up there actually. Alright, okay. Fair enough. I thought it was a walkway sort of thing, but it's not. Never mind, that's okay. Let's go this way. Oh, you see, again, look at the contrast there. See that old church there, that old stone church kind of thing. Again, I couldn't tell you exactly how old it is, I mean, you know, whatever sort of thing. But even the building next to it, you know. And then, you know, you look at the building right next door to the church. Obviously, it's a new build, but, you know, it's not like, you know, ultra modern looking. It's they've kind of tried to make it in some kind of, I don't know what style you would call that necessarily. But anyway, oh, hang on, wait, sorry guys. I've also just remembered, yeah, I thought as much. Right, battery's about to go, so okay guys, definitely the last vlog of the night, so I'll catch you guys later. Bye for now.